Hello, everyone. We've got another bonus episode for you today because it's the holidays and we're busy and stressed and we're working too much and we're in pain, like physical pain, and we weren't able to get together this week. But we're still going to try and get at least one episode out a week for those who listen. So this week's bonus episode is covering another beer, one that I almost decided on for episode 10, our episode on sharks. I decided to go with the sour ale instead because it was something different, but I feel like Paige probably would have enjoyed this pick a lot more. Either way, we both got to try it and talk about it, so here it is, another bonus episode on Landshark Lager. So I'm gonna talk about this beer first. It's called Landshark, and it tied in really well to our topic, which is sharks.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention that. We didn't
We're
mention
doing
that
sharks.
at all.
We usually mention it. It's fine. There's no
consistency. The only consistent thing is like,
have a good day.
yep.
So Landshark is on the bottle. It says it's brewed by Margaritaville Brewing Company. Landshark is the beer. So if you look this beer up online, I can't see because this text is so tiny and my eyes, I'm straining.
Shouldn't you be wearing your glasses?
My looking at electronics classes.
Yeah.
Don't want to wear my eyes out. It's fine. I'm taking a risk. If you look this beer up online, you'll find this beer has its own website. So you go to the website, you click on our beer on the left, and I expected to learn about the beer, who brews it, whatever. There's only a short paragraph that gives some background about the beer. It says, "We've got our roots in one of the world's greatest places to party, where the sun is always shining, the tide is just right, and the Landshark flows freely. As Margaritaville's first official brew, Landshark Lager is the only beer worth wasting away with."
That was cute.
All right. Get this notification out of here. What is Margaritaville? I found myself asking myself.
As one is apt to do.
Right. Do you know what Margaritaville is?
I know I'm wasting away in it.
So I didn't know what it was. So there's a link also on the sidebar that says Margaritaville. So I clicked on it and it brought me to the homepage of Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. It's like, okay, this is
it
weird.
like a location?
No. Margaritaville is a chain of restaurants, hotels, resorts, vacation clubs, casinos, and a state of mind.
I told you I'm wasting away in it.
Per their website. It's a state of mind as well. So Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville is a hospitality company that manages and franchises a casual dining American restaurant chain, a chain of stores selling Jimmy Buffett-themed merchandise, and casinos with lodging facilities. I'd never heard of this before.
Jimmy Buffett is making money off of it.
Oh, yeah. He's making
thing.
so much money. Founded in 1985 in Key West, Florida, and based on his song Margaritaville, released in 1977. Never heard of the song. Maybe we'll listen to it later. Looking on the Wikipedia page for Margaritaville, the only things I could find referencing Landshark was Landshark Bar and Grill, which is another restaurant chain. He's got multiple, apparently, that belong to this Margaritaville thing. And Landshark Surf Shack Retail Shop. Only those two things. Nothing on the page talked about beer. At the bottom of Landshark Lager's website, which is the first one I visited, it says Margaritaville Brewing Company, St. Louis, Missouri, which is what it says on the bottle. So the Wikipedia page for Margaritaville also makes no mention of any brewery or any Margaritaville casino, retail store, or otherwise in the state of Missouri. Nothing. With the exception of two Landshark Bar and Grill locations. So they're just restaurants. So I was like, this is really weird. None of this is making sense. I looked up Landshark Lager Wikipedia on Google, and I found a Wikipedia article that talked about the beer. It was the article for Anheuser-Busch brands. This is not brewed by Margaritaville Brewing Company. This is brewed by Anheuser-Busch. What? So, Anheuser-Busch is a wholly owned subsidiary of Anheuser-Busch InBev SA/NV. It is the largest brewing company in the United States, with a market share of 45% in 2016. It was founded in 1852 as Bavarian Brewery in St. Louis, Missouri. Now it makes sense. Margaritaville.
This was a whole process.
It's crazy. It was quite a ride.
Oh my God.
The company operates 12 breweries in the United States and nearly 20 in other countries. Brands of Anheuser-Busch include Budweiser, Bud Light, Michelob, Rolling Rock, Busch, and Shock Top. So this is the brewery.
Shock Top, the most disgusting thing ever.
Yeah. This is the brewery that makes Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch, and
Anheuser-Busch.
And Landshark. So there's a lot
that no one knew about.
No, there's a lot to talk about regarding Anheuser-Busch. We're not going to talk about much of anything else. 'Cause it's a big conglomerate brewery. They make a lot of beer, largest market share. You get it. So this is about the beer now, Landshark. Born in Margaritaville, right? This island-style lager is a complex blend of hops and two-row caramel malts with a light, refreshing taste and a hint of malty sweetness. So it's a island-style lager. We had a lager before. Famosa was a lager. I'm going to talk a little bit more about lagers, stuff that we didn't mention in that episode. So lagers are brewed via a process called cool fermentation. It's a type of beer conditioned at a low temperature and also typically matured in cold storage. That is the difference between lagers and ales. Ales, usually warmer temperatures. Lagers, cooler temperatures. That's why you refrigerate them. Fun fact, while cold storage of beer, lagering in caves, for example, was a common practice throughout the medieval period. Bottom fermenting yeast seems to have emerged as a hybridization of the early 15th century. In 2011, a team of researchers claimed to have discovered that Saccharomyces
Nailed it.
is responsible for creating the hybrid yeast used to make
Sacagawea?
lager. Yep. There's a specific type of yeast that's responsible for creating the hybrid yeast used to make lager. Popular types of lagers: Miller, Stella Artois, Corona, which I think this beer is going to be very akin to, Sapporo, which is a type of Japanese beer, Kirin, which is also another Japanese beer, and Heineken, which is one of my favorite lagers to drink, Heineken. There are different styles of lagers. There's Helles, Pilsner, Märzen, Bach, Vienna Lager, Dunkel, and Schwarzbier.
I love hearing you say German things.
A few German beers in there. I think most, lager was sort of popularized over there. Or we're not going to go into it. Another episode's fine.
Yeah, fuck that.
The most common variations of lager are, there's three different ones. There's pale lager, like Famosa. The most common produced worldwide. Very pale to golden colored. Notable hop bitterness. Mild flavor. Served chilled. Pilsner is the world's first pale lager. And an example of a pale lager is Heckerpschor, which is famous over in Europe.
I was going to say, I have no idea what you're talking about.
In Belgium and Germany. Heckerpschor.
Heckerpschor.
It's a good beer.
You've had it?
I've had it before. It's good. There's Vienna Lager, which has more of an amber to reddish brown to copper-colored style. Slight malt sweetness. Despite their name, Vienna Lagers are generally uncommon in continental Europe today, but can be found frequently in North America, where it's often called pre-prohibition style amber lager, as the style was popular in pre-1919 America.
I was going to make a Vienna sausages joke.
Go ahead.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. A type of Vienna lager is Samuel Adams Boston Lager.
Oh.
Very popular. It's probably their most famous Sam Adams beer. That is a Vienna lager. And then there's dark lager. Dark lagers range from amber to dark reddish brown, also called Dunkel or Schwarzbier. They have a smooth, malty flavor, and an example of that is Köstritzer, which I have not had before.
I have had not many of those.
Landshark was launched in 2006 to compete with Corona. So again, I'm guessing it's going to be very similar. Not confused with the current situation we all find ourselves in now. They could have a comeback though if they wanted to market themselves as competing with coronavirus. I think they could make a lot of money doing that.
I think they should just slap a picture of the coronavirus strain on their bottle and steer into the skid.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Thanks, I should go into marketing.
I believe Landshark is available year-round. It is brewed in Jacksonville, Florida, not St. Louis, Missouri. Its ABV is 4.6%, which is typical of those lagers, pale lagers. The name is derived from the Jimmy Buffett song Fins, where men in a beach town trying to woo a vacationing woman are referred to as sharks that can swim on the land. Get it? Beer Advocate says it's brewed by Margaritaville Brewing Company in Florida. So they're liars. It has a score of 62 pour.
How dare you go on Beer Advocate?
I went on Beer Advocate for this one.
Okay.
Because it's a bonus. And I did pull up a review from Mike in Port C. Mike in Port, and then the letter C. Mm-hmm. He's from New York. He gave it a 3.25 out of 5. He said it is a clear gold with very quickly dissipating white head. I think there was some head on it. My blinks were too long, so I missed much of whatever it was. Winky face. Smell is a sweet grain, and that's about it. Hell's-like, but minus any noble hop aromas. Taste is similar to aroma, with some mild drying bitterness at finish. Finish is fairly clean, with thankfully none of the licking cardboard sensation I often get with beers of this ilk. I don't know what he's talking about.
Very confused by that.
Licking cardboard sensation. Feel is light and smooth.
Maybe like dry.
Yep, maybe.
Dry on the tongue.
Feel is light and smooth, as might be expected, with moderate soft carbonation. Overall, it ain't half bad. There are others I'd prefer, but this would do, and not be unwelcome on a hot summer evening such as tonight. Another winky face. So thanks, Mike and Port C, for the 2 winky faces and such an in-depth review of Landshark Lager that we're about to try now.
Exciting. Is this the bonus episode?
This is. So we're drinking this one straight out of a bottle.
Yeah.
Typically you would with Corona.
With a lime.
With a lime. We've got a lime. I'm gonna try it pre-lime.
Sans lime?
Sans lime, and then I'm gonna try it post-lime as well.
Got it.
Let's see how that changes.
Yes, I get to use Scott.
Yes.
Love Scott.
Oh, he wanted me to tell you that he was very offended by your 40-year-old joke that you made about. I was talking. I had to ask him too because I forgot about. It was about, we were talking about my phone. I got a new phone, and I was like, I don't want to get like the latest technology all the time. And you're like a 40-year-old or something like that. 40-year-old dad, I think is what you said.
Sorry, Scott.
So, it smells kind of like Famosa. A little bit sweeter though. This is a clear bottle, so
Makes
it
me
is.
want pizza.
It is a little more susceptible to being light struck, as we talked about, versus Famosa. But
Let me just put my entire nose in there.
that's how I drink beer. Ooh, this is pleasant.
Oh, I don't hate it.
No, this is infinitely better than Famosa. But again, another pale lager. This is good. It is very akin to Corona, but it differs a little bit. You can tell. Very clean, crisp, kind of sweet. So it's good. Get that lime in there. Oh yeah, get in there. I knew that was going to happen. This beer is very carbonated, as evidenced by the foam all over my pants and couch now. Everything's fine.
Fucking turned the beer upside down.
That's how bartenders do. Except they usually do
Are
it all.
you a licensed mixologist?
Clearly not. No, you put the lime in, you put your thumb on the beer, you tip it over.
Ooh, that's
and
even better with
then
lime.
you tip it back. It is. Just like Corona. Makes it better.
I like this. I would probably drink it again.
Hell yeah. It's very easy to drink. I bet it goes exceptionally well with pizza.
I have to 100% agree. Good on a hot summer's night.
Yes. Yep. Very refreshing.
Yeah.
I think they nailed it with the marketing and what the description of the beer. You know, they made it for Margaritaville because this is what you should be drinking when you're at Margaritaville.
When you're wasting away.
When you're wasting away on an island and not a care in the world, just you and your lager.
And you can't make money outside of that one song.
Yeah, apparently.
Sorry, Jimmy Buffett.
I haven't listened to Jimmy Buffett.
Me either.
I couldn't name a song besides Margaritaville and Fins
There's one other one.
that I know by Jimmy Buffett. I don't know if I've ever heard Jimmy Buffett sing anything.
Yeah, Cheeseburger in Paradise.
It's a strange name.
Have you never heard that song?
No, I don't think so.
Let me fix that for you real quick.
Okay. Is this live? Oh boy. This is awful. Paige. It's such a stupid song. I hate it. It's bad.
Yep.
Sorry, Jimmy Buffett.
Don't apologize to him.
We're not a fan of your music, but your beer is pretty good. And we're going to finish this bottle while I talk about the actual beer that we're having this episode, because we will then need to drink that beer.
Okay,
So.
I'm confused. Is this a bonus episode, or are we going into the next episode? How long is the bonus episode?
This is the end of the bonus episode. So we're going to talk about the beer for this episode. Episode 10, our 10th episode beer for sharks, while we drink the beer from our bonus episode called Landshark.